It all started 15,000 years ago when in the upper reaches of Himalayas a being appeared, a being like no other. He was 9 feet tall, ash-smeared and had flowing matted hair. At one time he sat still and at the other he danced ecstatic. The plants, rivers and everything around him exploded with life. A huge crowd gathered because his presence was altogether different. People wanted to see miracle, but nothing happened at all. People wanted firecrackers to burst, but absolutely nothing happened. It was clear while he was on this planet, he was not of it. Except for a few tears of rapture, there was no sign of life in him. A tremendous miracle was happening in front of everyone, but everyone missed it completely. His sitting there for days and months on end was the greatest miracle. Everyone left. Only 7 men hung on. For this men, this being was not only the center of their world, but the kernel of the very universe. When this being finally opened its eyes, the 7 men needed him to share his experience with them. But he dismissed them by saying that this is not for people seeking entertainment, go away. But the men persevered. Many long years after, unable to ignore their commitment and shining receptivity, Adiyogi, or the first yogi as he came to be called later, relented. He directed his attention to the 7 thirsty seeker and began expounding the nature of life and mechanics of it. It was that time Adiyogi became Adi Guru, the first Guru. He gave 112 methods for self-realization and in turn realization of the nature of the universe. These 7 sages came to be known as the saptarishis, who then carried this science to all parts of the world. This is the science of yoga. This event took place 15 to 18,000 years ago when there was no religion, no dogma, no tradition. That's why yoga is not a set of belief but rather a tool for self-exploration. True yoga is not about bending your body, but being flexible in terms of mind, energy, body and life. When we start practicing yoga, the very reality around us collapses. The way we see, think, feel and behave changes. According to Patanjali Maharishi, also known as the father of yoga, defined yoga as Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, which means yoga is restraining the mind stuff from taking various form. If we consider the mind as calm pool of water, vrittis or disturbances are like ripples. When there are no ripples in the calm pool, we can see the bottom of the rivers, but when there is ripples, we cannot see. That's why when our mind has disturbances or vrittis, we cannot see. There are many types of yoga to realize this potential. They are Hatha Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Janma Yoga, Mantra Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, Karma Yoga, Kriya Yoga, Nada Yoga and Raja Yoga. Most of the yoga that is available mainstream in the Western countries and many places in the East are just watered down version of Hatha Yoga, which means they defeat the true purpose of yoga, which is union through self-realization. The Western yoga may be good for fitness, but if someone is interested in only fitness, they may run, swim, try cycling, do gymnastics, etc., which are better for just fitness. So a natural question arises, why should we do yoga if not for physical benefit? We have to understand that the physical benefits of yoga are just the side effect of the spiritual benefits of yoga. Most people confuse spirituality with religion, but it is not so. Spirituality is just the opposite of it. Where religion is just a set of beliefs, spirituality is the science of knowing oneself. So, whereas the real goal of yoga is liberation or mukti or ultimate freedom, but there are other benefits on this journey, such as accessing the hidden secrets of the brain, Most people have a very little access to the capabilities of their brain, whereas our brain at full potential is almost supernatural. One of the sub-goals of yoga are siddhis, that are special powers. These special powers include mind reading, clairvoyance, hypnotizing other people, putting thoughts into the mind of other people, manifesting things, and being the maker of your own destiny. One of the main qualities of true yoga is that it will make you blissful. That means your inner nature will not be determined by the other peoples around you and your circumstances. The list of these powers are endless, but we will stop with these basic ones. Thank you friends. Next week we will return with more interesting videos.